So what's up, guys? We are back, and I have to mention this story. That's why I told Henry to shoot this, because there's something on my mind that I've been wanting to tell you guys, which happened recently. There's this kid in this program that was struggling from growing and increasing his skill set and his branding and his prices. But I saw this kid go from, being in a county with 60% poverty, like I'm talking about real economic struggle, go from charging $20 per cut to $85 without even changing locations, without even moving an inch. And his income quadrupled while he cut his workload in half. In this industry, I know this because it costs me thousands every single month for years. Look, I could feel you guys shaking your head right now, and I get that reaction everywhere I go. But you don't understand my prices. We're different here. People are struggling. There's no money. Nobody would pay those prices. That frustration is real, and I felt it too. That worry about clients walking away isn't just in your head, it's legitimate. That fear of your chair sitting empty while bills are piling up, that's terrifying. And I've been there, staring at my ceiling, literally on my bed, which is right next to me, at 3 a.m. with the exact same fear. But what if, and just sit with this for just a quick second, what if the market you believe is holding you back actually has clients willing to pay double or triple what you're charging right now? And what if the only thing standing between you and the financial freedom isn't your zip code, but what do you believe in? Look, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Alexi Michael, and when I started, I was cutting hair in a small shop in a working class neighborhood, a small neighborhood in Laval, which is a small little town in Quebec. And I convinced myself that my market wouldn't pay more than $20 per cut, because that's literally what my day-to-day looked like for 2 years. The shop down the street charged even $15. The one across town charged $18. This is just what the market will bear. That's what I told myself. Every time I thought about raising prices, I talked myself out of it because I didn't believe it. People around here don't have that kind of money. That's what I always kept saying. But something didn't add up. In the same broke market where I thought no one could afford $30 a haircut, there was a coffee shop selling $6 to $7 lattes while there was literally a line out the door, and it's not Starbucks. And look, there was even a steakhouse charging $45 just to get into the restaurant, on top of a boutique next to me selling $200 jeans. That realization hit me hard. It made me question everything I thought I knew about the markets. So I started studying, not just barbershop, but all kinds of businesses in all kinds of different markets. Over the past few years, I've personally worked with barbers in 47 different states, from Manhattan to Mississippi, from Silicon Valley to towns without even a stoplight. We've gathered data from over 700 barbers across every market type imaginable, from urban to suburban, the rural, wealthy, middle class, economically challenged. You name it, we've gone through the same situation multiple times, and the data shows the same pattern everywhere. Example of a barber charging $95 in a town of 5,000 people. Everyone would tell him that it couldn't be done. No, not in this market. Do you guys really think there hasn't been a barber that's been able to do that? Even doubted that at first. But he proved everyone wrong, including me. And his success isn't a fluke or an exception. I've seen this pattern hundreds of times now, especially in the last 3 years. So let me just paint this picture for you guys. It's Monday morning right now. You're charging $20 per cut. And I know some of you guys are probably charging around 30 or 40, but let's just say 20. Same kind of concept. You're probably telling yourself that's what the market will bear, right? You make about $400 that day. You need to cut 20 heads of hair. That's a haircut every 30 minutes for 10 straight hours without a break. And most of you guys are cutting 10 straight hours. By the end of the day, your feet are a little swollen, your back is probably hurting, and you've made $400 before expenses. After paying chair rent, product costs, tool maintenance, and taxes, you're taking home maybe about $250 to $300, if that. That's if you're lucky. Every morning, you check your schedule with that knot in your stomach. Will today be busy? Every night, you go home exhausted, wondering how long can your body keep this up before you actually break. And I lived in this exact reality for years. And I know that feeling when your alarm goes off and your first thought is, can I sleep in? Or how many empty slots do I have today? I know what it's like to be so tired at the end of the day that you can't even enjoy the money you made. It feels unfulfilling. Here's where the market myth falls apart though. You don't need your entire market to pay premium prices, guys. You don't need most of your market. You don't even need 10% of your market. Think about it. In a town of just 10,000 people, guys, if only 1% are willing to pay premium prices for precision haircuts, that's 100 potential clients, potential leads. If you see just 10 of them per day at $60 per cut, that's $600 daily. 50% more than you were making while cutting half as many heads. Even in a town of 2,000 people, you only need 10 to 15 regular clients who value quality over price. To build a 100K business, let's make this concrete with real actual numbers. A barber charging $20 in a limited market sees 20 clients daily making $96,000 yearly before expenses. After expenses, that's about $60,000 if they never take time off. A precision barber charging $60 in that exact limited market sees 10 clients daily making $144,000 yearly before expenses. After the same expenses, that's about $110,000 yearly while working half the amount of time. That's $50,000 more every year for doing way less work in the same exact location. Every day you believe your market won't support those higher prices, that's $200 to $300 left on the table. Every month, that's $4,000 to $6,000, and every year, it's about $50,000 to $70,000. Would you drive 30 minutes to a neighborhood town to make an extra $50,000 per year? Of course you would. But that's the same opportunity that exists right where you're standing right now. And let me share you some real stories from barbers I've personally worked with who have faced the same exact doubts. I remember one of the coaches working with this one barber that went from charging $18 in a small town, and he was terrified. He's been doing the same thing for over 10 years, terrified to raise his prices. He thought everyone around him was so price sensitive. We worked together on positioning his service differently. He didn't just raise his prices, he transformed his entire approach. Within 60 days, he was charging $45 from $18. And he'd been doing the same thing for over 4 to 5 years and had more consistent clientele than ever before. What he told me after wasn't just about the money, he said, for the first time in his career, I feel respected. You see, your picky clients are picky because of the price point that you're currently at. See, he said, my clients listen to my advice finally. They show up on time and they start appreciating me for what I do. You see, some of his old clients left, and that is gonna happen, but they were replaced by clients who valued his work. That's not a loss, it's a filter working exactly as it should. And the reason why I'm saying this to you guys is because premium clients will drive 3 to 4 times farther. I had a client, I kid you not, guys, he would drive 4 hours every 2 weeks from his neighborhood farm to come get a haircut from me. And the reason why is because the experience they're getting is different from anyone and anywhere around them. Your market isn't just your neighborhood, guys. It's everyone that's around you. It's anyone that's a 30-minute drive, an hour drive, a 4-hour drive. It's just simply people that see the value in your work. This barber now charges, by the way, $65 in that same struggling neighborhood. And he's seeing fewer clients than ever before, making double what he ever did. And guess what? He has the freedom of time because he doesn't have to cut as much. He can spend time with his family. I'm not really too sure what he likes to do on his pastime, but I know that we were able to give him the freedom that he wanted. I had a barber also in Phoenix tell me recently, he goes, other barbers around me charge much less. There were 6 other shops within walking distance, all charging $15 to $22, and he was at $25. And he was afraid to obviously go higher. We helped him understand the fundamentals and the truth through what we do based on the systems we implemented. When you compete on price, guys, you're in the race to the bottom. When you compete on quality, you're at the race to the top because you could only cut so many clients in a day. He began specializing in precision techniques that other shops couldn't match. His prices went from 40 to then 55 to then 75. He also lost some price shopping clients, but those are the clients that you don't want. And the new ones who found him respected his time, came on time, and paid every single time with a 20% tip. And I know this sounds maybe easier said than done, but I'm telling you when I say this, it's all a perception of what you believe in. So let's go into reframing our mind. How should you think about the market? So stop asking, what will my market support? Start asking, how can I create this premium segment within my existing market? Stop thinking in terms of your entire market. Start thinking in terms of the small percentages of people who value your work over your price. In every market, yes, even yours, there are 3 types of clients. 1, those who make the decisions primarily based on price. 2, those who make the decisions based on convenience. And 3, those who make decisions based on quality. Most barbers focus entirely on groups 1 and 2. They compete on price or location. But group 3 is the quality. Focused on clients that are being underserved in almost every market in America and around the world. These clients don't want the cheapest cuts. They don't want the closest barber. They want the best experience, the best results, the best service, and they're willing to pay for it. When you position yourself as a premium barber, you're not trying to convert price shoppers into quality seekers. You're simply making yourself visible to the quality seekers who already exist in your market but don't know where to go. The physiological relief that comes with that shift is incredible. Imagine the weight lifting from your shoulders when you stop seeing your location as your prison, when you stop believing that external circumstances control your financial destiny. Just picture what your barbering experience could feel like. Clients who respect your expertise, who value your time, who refer other quality clients to you, who show up on time and appreciate what you do. And obviously, the best part, who don't haggle over prices or complain about paying for quality. This isn't just about making more money though. It's about actually transforming your entire relationship with your craft and your clients. It's about working with people who value what you do rather than those who see you as an interchangeable commodity. Look, let's take a moment and really be honest with ourselves. Look around your town right now. Where do people spend premium money? The coffee shop charging $6 for latte, the restaurant with $30 entries, the boutique with the $200 jeans, the car dealerships selling $50,000 trucks. These businesses exist in your market because they're serving your population. Often, those blocks are from where you work. And the very same market you claim won't support a $50 haircut, people are spending their money on things you wouldn't even believe. $100 drinks for 2. $80 on a shirt they'll wear a few times, probably only once. $6 for every morning at a coffee store. $15 for a movie ticket. $100 on a concert ticket. $1,000 on phones. Guys, what do you think has happened to our industry? We've put such a big limited block on what we deserve, and we've fed this bullshit lie to ourselves for years. And the reason why is because the barbering industry back then is very different to where it's at now. The money is there and it's flowing all around you. People are spending it on things that matter to them, on experiences they value, on products and services that make them actually feel good. Look guys, you actually change people's faces when you cut their goddamn hair. So the only question is, why aren't they spending it with you? If others can create premium demand in your market for coffee, clothes, food, entertainment, what's the real reason you haven't been able to do the same for your barbering services? Let's get heart to heart for an actual moment and let's figure out what's really happening when you say my market won't support those prices. What you're actually saying, and I'm being honest with this, is I'm afraid that my clients will reject me if I raise those prices. I'm afraid my chair will sit empty. I'm afraid I'm not good enough to justify those prices. I'm afraid people will laugh at me for thinking I'm worth more. And why I'm saying all this is because I've been exactly in those shoes. I understand this fear intimately, guys. When I first considered raising my prices, I was genuinely terrified. I couldn't sleep for literally 3 weeks before I made that decision. And I told myself, what if everyone walked away? What if no one thought I was worth it? What if I had to crawl back to my old prices, embarrassed and defeated? It's so much easier to blame external factors, the market, the economy, the location, than to face the possibility of a personal rejection. When you say the market won't pay you more, you're protecting yourself from having to find out if you are worth more. But here's what I've learned, and what I'm about to tell you is what I've observed in hundreds of barbers since. And you guys are hearing this, you're noticing this around you, and I think some of you guys are starting to believe in yourselves. The fear of raising prices is almost always dramatically out of proportion to the actual risk. Break it down logically. What's the worst case scenario if you implement a strategic price increase that you thought about and it actually makes sense? Some clients leave, right? Business slows temporarily, and you either attract new clients at the higher prices or adjust your approach. Even if it's unlikely, worst case, you still have your skills, your experience, and your knowledge. You can always make these adjustments to your strategy, guys. Now, what's the worst case scenario if you don't challenge your market's beliefs? you stay exactly where you are, physically breaking down, financially struggling, and professionally stagnant. Guaranteed with 100% certainty for the rest of your career. And when you look at it this way, not testing your market's assumptions, it's actually the riskier choice. It's the choice with a guaranteed negative outcome. And I can hear you guys thinking, but I can't just triple my prices overnight. My clients would revolt. You're absolutely right, you can't. And that's why understanding the premium positioning process is crucial. This isn't just about recklessly jumping your price point, it's about strategically transformation that minimizes the risk while maximizing the results. And I know it sounds fancy, but very simply, I'm gonna walk you through the step-by-step process. And I've done this hundreds of times. 1, master your techniques that visibly separate you from the average barber. This isn't about cutting faster, which everyone does, or adding a hot towel service. It's about creating results that the human eye can immediately recognize as superior. When a client shows you a reference photo and you can execute it with 95% accuracy instead of 70%, that visible difference is what justifies your higher price points. When a client consistently says, wow, looking at the mirror, you've reached that level. 2, document your work properly. Most barbers do good work, but fail to capture it. And when I say document, I'm saying use your iPhone. High quality videos taken in good lighting from multiple angles. Guys, you know this process. It is essential for attracting premium clients. And 3, begin by educating your clients about what makes your work different. This happens during consultations, through social media, and everyday conversations. When clients understand why your cuts look better than anyone else's, they're going to justify your prices. And 4, make your first price increase usually by $10 to $15 more per cut. This feels uncomfortable, but doesn't shock your market. Yes, some clients leave 10 to 20% usually, which feels terrible, but it's actually necessary for you to create the space for better clients to come in. With fewer clients, you focus on delivering an elevated experience to each one rather than doing 25 to 30-minute haircuts. And as new clients who only know your new price point start filling your books, you gain both financial breathing room and confidence. This creates that space for continued improvement and another modest price increase. This is the cycle, guys, that continues with each improvement and price adjustment feeding the next one. Within 90 days, most barbers recoup any temporary income dip from the first price increase, and within a year, they're working less and making significantly more. The key emotional milestones in this journey are predictable. Let's do it. First comes fear, the terrifying moment when you think literally everyone is gonna leave your business. 2 comes the relief when you realize most clients actually ended up staying. And 3 comes confidence when you start to actually believe you might be worth those prices. And finally comes certainty when you know beyond doubt that you've been undervaluing yourself all this time. This isn't theoretical, guys. I've seen this exact pattern repeated hundreds of times across all the markets, all demographics, all starting points. The specifics vary, but the principles are universal. Take a moment right now to really feel the crossroads you guys are really at. Path 1, I'll tell you right now. Path 1, continue believing your market is the problem. Keep charging the same prices, keep working the same exhausting hours, keep making the same money, still keep feeling unfulfilled, exhausted. The path, I'll tell you right now, guys, it's guaranteed. There are no surprises. In 5 years, you'll be essentially in the same exact position. Or path 2, challenge your market's assumptions. Implement those premium prices. Experience the temporary discomfort and uncertainty. And then enjoy a completely different trajectory of your life, a life where you can start controlling the time you put in it. The next time you catch yourself saying, people in my area won't pay more, try reframing the question with, how can I become so good that my location becomes irrelevant? How can I create value that transcends this market? How would I need to change my service to justify my prices? Who are the people in my market already paying premium prices for other experiences, and how could I attract them? This isn't about denying economic realities. It's about refusing to let those realities define your guys' limits. It's about understanding that in every market, yes, even yours, there are people willing to pay for exceptional experiences. And you guys know this. Your market has never been your limitation, it's been your excuse. And now you have the permission to let that excuse go. So if you're ready to stop blaming your market and start creating your own opportunity, I'm here to help. And I've seen this happen hundreds of times. So guys, I want you to do something for me. Drop a comment below of where you guys are at currently in your career. Did this resonate with you? Did this make you feel something? Did this move you? Because if it does, and it did, then I want to be here to help, because my job in my community is to serve and really increase the value of our industry, but most of all, take the standards of our industry and take them to the freaking moon. My name is Alexi Michael. Thank you guys so much. I genuinely appreciate if you stayed all this time watching me through this video. I appreciate you. I hope you were listening. I hope you took down some notes. I can't wait to keep coming here and really giving you guys all the knowledge and information I have that I've built within the last 10 years. And I'm here to serve you guys. Thank you so much. I'll catch you guys on the next one.